just warming up on the old guitar here. I'd like to take a couple seconds to make sure that Facebook Live clicks in before we start. So welcome, fellow curve flatteners, yet again. I'm Raleigh Brown, and I'm going to play you a few songs to help provide a little diversion from the rest of the day, whatever that may be for you. Today's theme is love songs, and so it's automatically then dedicated to my wife, Jan, who is elsewhere in the house observing. And I'm going to start with a Cole Porter song. These are 4 tunes, and they're each from a very different place in the love song world. So this one's by Cole Porter. It's an old favorite of mine. I actually recorded it on the This Vagrant Heart CD. So here we go. Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me that they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. And there's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time you say goodbye. When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. And there's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor every time we say goodbye. So that's a tune by Cole Porter. I see Diana Post coming in here. Hi, Diana. I hope you're feeling good. And the rest of the gang, other familiar faces are showing up. I want to give a couple shout outs today. I keep forgetting to mention that when you hear this guitar in these videos, and I'll be willing to bet, because I listened back a little bit, that you're going, wow, what a great sounding guitar. So this guitar was built by my friend Mario Prue, who lives up in Iroquois Falls, Ontario, way up in the great frozen north. And it's Mario's birthday today. So happy birthday to him. I'm not going to take time to play the happy birthday song, but he knows I'm singing it in my heart. And my good friend from childhood on and ever, Jim Moore, also is having a birthday today. So happy birthday to him too. I already talked to him earlier. So this happy birthday to you all, everybody whose birthday it is, and happy unbirthday if it's not your birthday today. So this next love song is a Bob Dylan love song, and it's funny because I don't know if Dylan ever recorded this when he first wrote it. I think Joan Baez or Judy Collins did, and I recently heard some of the basement tapes or something where he played it, and it was a totally different chord progression from the way I learned it, and a few of the words were different too. So I said, well, I think I like the way Bob did it. So here it is for you. Well, perhaps it's the color of the sun cut flat and a covering these crossroads I'm standing at, or maybe it's the weather or something like that. But mama, you've been on my mind. Well, I don't mean trouble, please don't put me down or get upset. I am not pleading or saying that I can't forget you. I do not pace the floor, bow down and bend, but yet, mama, you're just on my mind. Now, although my eyes are hazy and my vision may be narrow, where you've been don't bother me or bring me down in sorrow. I don't even care who you'll be waking with tomorrow. Mama, you're just on my mind. And I'm not asking you to say words like yes and no. Please understand me. I got no place for you to go. I'm just whispering to myself, pretending not that I don't know. Mama, you've been on my mind. Now when you wake up in the morning, honey, look inside your mirror. Oh, you know I won't be next to you. You know I won't be near you. I'd just be curious to know if you could see yourself as clear. Someone who has had you on his mind. Someone who has had you on his mind. There it is, Mama, You've Been on My Mind by Bob Dylan. And to me, that's just a beautifully crafted, simple song. And that last verse is just a little butt kicker, you know, brings it all home. So I always do, what I've been doing with these sets is I do a couple songs and then I do an instrumental and then I do another song. So this is an instrumental love song. I guess. It was written for Jan, my wife. It's called Janny's Day. It was written to celebrate her birth month 1 year. And that's not till October, but we're going to play it here anyhow. So this is Janny's Day. So that's Janny's Day. And uh, I had a pretty good morning this morning. I had to want to take one of those really frightening, scary trips to the supermarket, and I was very pleased to see that almost everybody in the supermarket was wearing face masks today, and that's a little stretch around here. This isn't a real compliant area in general, but it was very nice to see that. And I wanted to also mention that I've been having as great a time as you can have during a pandemic, listening to a bunch of my friends and favorite singers who I don't or, ordinarily have time to listen to, and they're all putting on concerts. So you may know that at 3:30, right after I'm done, Alex Bevan, my good friend from Ohio, that's Alexbevan. You can go to his page and hear his wild ramblings and terrific songs. And we've also listened to my old friend Rod McDonald, did a beautiful concert the other night. John Gorka, they aired a concert from last year of his that was delightful. Mary Flower is doing great stuff, the great blues guitarist from the West Coast these days. Cozy Sheridan, my friend, is a wonderful songwriter, and her husband Charlie Koch, they're doing some great stuff. So if you're looking for things to listen to when I'm not on the air, Andy Cohen, the great blues guitarist, who's one of my brothers in arms. He's got some stuff, and most of the stuff, if you don't see it while it's on, you can go back and watch it later as a video, just like you can do with this one. So I thought I'd mention those names, so you can always come back later and look at the end of the video and find those names again. And I'm sure there are a lot of other people who I just haven't had time to see, but those ones are have I've been enjoying immensely. Okay, so let's not take any chances. Let's make sure this D string is tuned down. So this last song I'm going to do for you today hope that that feels as good as the machine says it is. This song was written by Tim O'Brien and Pat Alger, and they wrote it as a kind of country western song. And I actually learned it from my dear departed friend Freda Epstein, who some of you may have known. And Freda had switched it around a little bit, and I took her version. I probably switched it around a little bit more, but it owes more to her than to Tim and Pat. I recorded this also on an album. It's on the album that's called Dog Is My Co-Pilot. And I haven't been doing much self-promoting here other than telling you to come hear me. But if you go to RaleighBrown.com and look for the store, there are 15 different instructional DVDs on playing the guitar through Stefan Grossman's Guitar Workshop. And there are several CDs, maybe about 5. I haven't done the tip jar thing yet. We're not quite hungry enough to do that yet, although it may come to that. But for now, you could always buy something. Or not. Anyhow, this is called Like I Used to Do, and it's a great favorite because it's a really romantic song. Well, there was a time when we'd be the last to leave, watching the sun come up while everyone fell asleep. The music was always loud, and I'd smoke and drink too much until I fell in your arms and into your loving touch. Now as the years go by, time has reeled me in. I've slowed down a notch or two from the way I was then. Those old ways of mine, I've left them behind. Those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do like I used to do is carry this torch for you. Remember the time when we'd pack our bags and run, chasing some crazy dreams into the rising sun. And now as the twilight falls, I find that I'm satisfied just watching the fire glow, so long as you're by my side. Here in my heart it seems time has passed me by. I love you as much today as the very first time. Now I still want you the way that I wanted you then. If I could do it all over, I'd do it all over again. Those old ways of mine, I've left them behind. Those Those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. Like I Used to Do by Tim O'Brien and Pat Alger. And that'll do it for this little session of Raleigh Live. I hate to talk about myself in the third person of me live. Probably do another one in a couple days. We'll see. And tell your friends. I want to distract as many people as possible from their real lives. But remember, we're living our real life. We're not waiting for our real life to resume. And you can have a life here and enjoy it. And I'm right there with you. Okay, so thank you again for tuning in, and I'll get to read all your comments now, which is great fun. And we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.